Hey everybody, this is March the 30th, 2021. I'm in my woods again. I wanted to get on here for a minute and tell y'all about Morgellons and Dirt. Okay, so because Ken is he's another Morgellons victim, a good friend of mine that I keep in touch with through email, and we share our experiences with Morgellons as well as other things in life. And he's into horticulture, and he works with plants and soils, and so he's up on this, up on that stuff. But he told me that he had recently discovered, it's like I did, that being out in the soil, working out in the soil, in the dirt, seems to bring the Morgellons to the surface of the skin. But I found out that just walking in the woods, now working in the soil, I'm sure would make it react better, but I found out just walking around in the woods, being out in nature, being around the trees, and the energy, the raw energy of nature, brings it out. Because I've noticed every time I come in from the woods now, I've noticed the white fungus will be coming out of my arms, my face and all, the places that are exposed. So we have discovered that dirt or soil will help bring the Morgellons out of the body, help pull it out. So that's what I want to talk about in this video. Now, I don't think it matters what kind of dirt I think you can use any kind of dirt. But Ken says that clay works best. So any kind of clay, or you can use topsoil, just regular dirt. You can use, I know I talked to one girl, and she told me that she was using the red clay. She's got a lot of red clay on her property, and she even said that sometimes she has just stopped on the side of the road and got her a bucket full of red clay that they had piled up on the, that the county had piled up next to the road. She just stopped and got her a bucket of it, and she uses that red clay to treat her Morgellons with. And I think she makes a paste out of it. You can just wet it and just rub it all over your body like that. Or she also said you can just do a dry rub with it. And she rubs it in her scalp. She told me that she had lost almost all of her hair, and she keeps it cut off like really, really short, because the Morgellons has pretty much just, destroyed her hair roots and all. So she keeps her hair cut real short. But she did say that she uses the red clay to treat her Morgellons with. And so you could, like she said, you can use it in you can take a paste out of it and rub it on your body and just kind of let it dry, and then wash it off. Or you can do a dry rub. Just take the clay and just dry rub it all over your body and pull it out. So she told me that, but I didn't really know at the time that that dirt had that effect on Morgellons. But I found out now just from being out in nature. I did a video about nature calling, and I think this might be one of the main reasons that nature's calling me, for one, is because it knows that that's what I need. I need to be out in nature. I need to be in the woods. I need to be around the trees. I need to be around the grass. I need to be digging in the soil. I need to be planting things. I need to be planting trees and flowers and growing a garden, planting fresh vegetables. I think this is what we're going to get back to doing because, of the signs that are pointing to the decay, you know, of the material world. I mean, with everything that's going on, people are losing so much, you know. Not only are people dying from this so-called COVID thing, but people are losing their jobs and their homes. They're losing their whole livelihoods. And a lot of people are taking their lives because, you know, their lives are just fading away. But I think if we could hear the call of nature, and nature telling us to come back to nature, that we might be able to build a new life, you know. I mean, a new... Of course, y'all know about the new earth, when there's a new earth being established here on the planet. The old earth is, the old 3D earth is crumbling away and collapsing. And the new earth is being established. So I think those who know this and those who are in touch with nature and Mother Earth and the cosmic sun and just spirit world, those who are in connection with the spirit world know this. They know that this 3D world, this material world, is collapsing. And it's collapsing fast. I mean, it may not seem like it's collapsing fast to some people, but to me, I see it collapsing fast. And the powers that be have launched a war against us, and they're doing everything they can to kill us off, to kill everybody off, because they know what's coming. I mean, they know what's here. They know the new earth is being established. They don't want people to live here in the new earth and create their new lives, you know, in nature, because they want to control us. They want to control the planet. They want to keep control of the planet. They want everything to stay dark and evil. They want to keep the dark energy here as long as they can. And they've been doing a good job of it, especially in my case. As y'all know what's been going on with me, but I'm not going to go into that because that's not what this is about. This is about Morgellons, dirt, and returning to nature. So, Ken said, as y'all know, he has a Morgellons Gel. He created a gel, and he come up with this recipe all on his own while he was experimenting with Morgellons. And I have a video about his Morgellons Gel for those of you who are interested. But he has added this extra ingredient, dirt or clay, to his Morgellons Gel. And now, I put the recipe for it, the new advanced version of the recipe for the Morgellons Gel. I put a link for it. Or no, I didn't. I put the recipe. I posted the recipe under the Morgellons Gel video in the description box for those who want that recipe. But I will go back and post that recipe under this video too. I'll go back and get the advanced version that he gave me, and I will post it under this video. So anybody who's watching this video and can have access to Ken's advanced version of his Morgellons Gel with the dirt or the soil in it, the clay inside. So now, as far as with the clay or the soil, you rub it on your body. I prefer to make a paste with it and rub it on my body, because I've noticed that when I put it on the, on the soles of my feet, that it pulls the white fungus out of my feet better than anything else. Now I'm talking about the gel. I'm talking about Ken's Morgellons Gel with the clay added to it. But you can also just use the clay alone if you want to. You can just make a paste with the clay and put the clay on your body. But I found that it really pulls the fungus out of my feet and my arms. For some reason, my feet seem to be infested probably as much as my scalp. My scalp is still infected. I mean, I can put the clay and the Morgellons Gel in my scalp, and my scalp is still producing the Morgellons fungus. So I've just about got to now to where I just wash my whole head with the Morgellons Gel and the the clay. Just mix it in with it. Mix you up some of Ken's Morgellons Gel and add the clay to it. You can make a shampoo with it, and you can make a body wash. Now I've been just keeping it mixed up, like a body wash, and keeping a bottle of it next to, in the bathtub or next to the bathtub. You just use for a body wash. And a shampoo. So there might be some people who might want to do that. Mix them up to the recipe, the Morgellons Gel recipe, and then add the clay to it. So we're finding out all kind of things, all kind of new things that work for Morgellons. So this is just the newest thing that Ken and I have discovered, and I wanted to share it with y'all. Now, something else you can get, if you don't want to use just regular topsoil or red clay or just dirt, regular dirt, you can get some diatomaceous earth. Now I know I'm probably not saying that right. Diatomaceous earth. Now you can get this at, I get it at the garden center, or you can get it at any nursery. Any nursery will have it. It's going to be up there with the Epsom salt, the Epsom salt that you get for your plants, and the ammonium sulfate and all that stuff that you buy for your plants. It's going to be up there with all that. It's going to be up there with the additives that you add to your soil and your plants. So, like I said, any place that has landscapes, any nurseries, garden centers, they're going to have the diatomaceous earth. And it's a clay. What it is, it's a clay. It's kind of like bentonite clay. And it's not the same thing as bentonite clay, but it works the same as bentonite clay. It will absorb toxins and chemicals. It'll pull out what's not supposed to be in the soil, and it'll pull out, and it nurtures the plants. So, also, you can take the diatomaceous earth. You can take it too as a detox. Like it will remove toxic chemicals from your body. And I found it to work just as good a detox as the bentonite clay. Now the bentonite clay works good, and I used that for several years now. But when I ran out and I didn't have any more ordered, I picked up some diatomaceous earth at the nursery. So I went to the nursery to try to look for some more red tips. But I picked up some diatomaceous earth, and I started drinking that. You just mix like 1 teaspoon. You start out mixing 1 teaspoon with like a half a cup of water, and drink that. And that will help detox your body. That will remove the heavy metals and the toxins from your body. So there's a lot of things you can use for detox, but I have found this diatomaceous earth to work almost as good as the bentonite clay. Maybe even better. I mean, I haven't been taking it long enough to know that for sure, but for me it's easier to take, it's easier to ingest, because the bentonite clay is a lot thicker than the diatomaceous earth. Well, it seems like it is to me, but it might just be the way I'm mixing it. But it seems like to me the diatomaceous earth is easier for me to ingest, but that might not be the case with everybody. So, and you can get it a lot cheaper, because I know I was paying a lot more. I was paying like $16 for a little bitty bag of bentonite clay that I was getting from Amazon. And it was like a little, I don't know, it's supposed to be like 12 ounces I get, I don't know. But it wasn't a lot of bentonite clay. When it arrived, I thought, well, I didn't really notice how many ounces it was, but when it got here, it wasn't a large portion of bentonite clay like I thought it would be, but you can get the diatomaceous earth. I bought a small bag, or the smallest bag they had, which was I don't remember how many ounces it is. But I bought a small bag for $17. I think it was $17.99, and it was a lot bigger bag than what you get from if you buy it from Pure Bulk. That's where I was buying my bentonite clay, was from Pure Bulk. It was a lot higher, but you can get the diatomaceous earth at any nursery. I don't think you can buy it at Walmart. I mean, Walmart might carry it, but I have not seen it in any Walmarts locally. I think you have to go to the nursery to get it. And also, that's where I get my Epsom salt. I don't use just regular Epsom salt that you get from the drugstore. I use the Epsom salt that you get from the nursery in my bath because it seems like it's stronger and it works better. So, but the regular Epsom salt works good too. I mean, I'm not saying it don't work. It does. Look at that. It works good too. So you can use any kind of Epsom salt you want. But I'm just saying I usually get it at the nursery when I go to get my other stuff. I'm looking at some fungus stuff that's growing here in the woods. I have noticed this before. I'm looking at it. Anyway, for those of you who have Morgellons and are looking for something else to use to remove the Morgellons from the body, try dirt. Okay, try dirt because it works. We know now that it works. We've been using it. We've tried it. We've been using it. Now, like I said, when I walk through the woods, like right now, like I'm doing right now, you know, and I've got on short sleeves. When I walk through the woods, every part of my body that's exposed, which would be my arms, my face, you know, my hands and all, every part of my body that's exposed will usually have some kind of the Morgellons coming out of it. When I get back home, I'll notice it, and it'll start itching. My arms and stuff will start itching. My face will start itching and stinging a little bit, and that's how I know that the Morgellons has been reacting to the woods, to the trees, and just it just reacts through the whole environment. So, well, that's the case with me. That might not be the case with everybody. And it may have a lot to do with how infested you are. Like if you don't have a lot of Morgellons inside your body, you may not have as much of a reaction to it when you go out in nature as I do, or as other people might. So, but just take a walk out in nature and try it and just see if you have a reaction from the Morgellons, or if you see any fungus or any fibers coming out of your skin when you walk through the woods. I actually believe that nature has a way of healing. Well, I know it does. I know it does. I've always known that the trees had healing powers, and the grass, and just nature in itself all has healing powers. Just the air and the environment all has a healing power. So I've always known that, you know, but, you know, we stay so busy with our life, we're living our physical lives and trying to build a material life. You know, when you think about it, we have been so busy our whole lives, working, you know, and trying to build a material life for ourselves. Trying to have the best of everything. Trying to have the best house, the best cars, you know, plenty of money, have status in our job. We spend our whole lives trying to build this material life for ourselves, that we have lost our connection with our source energy. We have lost our connection with nature. We have lost our connection with our God source. And the way back to the God source is through nature. It's through the sun. It's through the sun. It's through the trees. It's through the leaves. It's through the soil. It's through the rocks. It's through the sand. It is through the water. It is through nature, folks. Anything to do with nature. That's how you reconnect with your life source energy. And we've lost that connection. And I think this is God's way of showing us, with everything that's happening, I think this is God's way of showing us. You have abandoned your life source connection, and it's time for you to return home. It's time for you to return to your life source connection. And the way to do that is to return to nature. God has really been working on me. He's been doing some work on me. I have had so much going on, especially for the last couple of years till I don't even want to get into it. It's so deep and so complex. But He's really been doing some work on me, and He showed me He showed me that I have got. I mean, it's not a matter of I want to. I have got to return to nature. I've got to. I've got to do it, and I am doing it. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm going to move out of my house and live in a tent for the rest of my life. That's not what it means. It just means that I'm going to spend time in nature every single day of my life. I'm going to get out in nature. I'm going to get out and explore. I'm going to get out and I'm going to build my vortex. I'm going to plant my trees. I'm going to do what nature leads me to do. So that's pretty much all I had to say today, folks. Was if you're looking for another remedy for Morgellons, try dirt, try clay, any kind of soil. Try it. It works. And get back to nature. More than anything else, just get back to nature. If you can only spend 5 minutes a day in nature, do it. Do it. And if you know how to meditate, you need to meditate. If you don't know how to meditate, then you need to learn. You need to start learning. Just go inside your heart center, get quiet, stop your thoughts, and just start meditating. That's how you do it. That's all for today, guys. I love you. Bye.